Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's Carm Capriato. It is a CarmCast. It's a Wednesday, 12 noon East Coast time, and we are here to talk about something that is extremely unprecedented. And with me is my friend, G. Trulia. Hello, G. How are you? Let me bring you on, my friend. There you
Hey,
are.
Carm, how are you? And how is
Hey.
everyone doing out there?
Well, I hope we are all great. It's so good to have you here. We're going to talk about PAVE training. And as I said, unprecedented that the amount and the number of associations that got together in our industry and decided to team together and hold a virtual training event. There's been virtual training events since the pandemic, but none that seem to have the signature here of these dozen associations that got involved. Wow.
Yeah, it is amazing. Absolutely amazing that so many can come together for the betterment of the automotive industry.
It is. And one of the people that I have to thank here who will not be on with us today is Brenda Wolfslegel, the chief cook and bottle washer at ASA Northwest. She was so great in helping do all the logistics. Can you imagine the logistics to pull off a show like this? We're going to have 12 people, peers of yours in the industry, come on and tell you why PAVE.
Yeah, and Brenda, thumbs up to you. Great job. I really appreciate all her help.
So stick around. Many of the people that you're going to hear from are people you know. I know, we all know, and they're leaders in our industry, association leaders and trainers. Trust me, you've either heard them before, you've seen them before, you've broken bread with them before, but it's going to be great. Our first guest that's going to join us is Rob Morell from WorldPac, Senior Training Director at WorldPac. Rob, how are you, man?
Doing great.
Yeah.
So Rob, tell us, how did PAVE evolve?
Well, after the success of our first virtual ATE event in August, we started getting requests from all over the industry, from numerous organizations, to do more virtual events. And so then we were still talking with ASA Northwest, and we started talking to the other interested parties that were approaching us, and we decided to combine our efforts to create a unique event for everybody. And the efficiency of working together eliminated the competition for the students' time, allows the WorldPac team to focus more entirely on a single high-quality event. And the power of working together is not only more efficient for us, but it brings together more resources and variety in the depth of the training for the students. PAVE is an all-inclusive experience. Everyone's invited to the event. All the participating associations and students have equal access and equal benefits from the event. And with all these associations working together, I mean, honestly, something bigger than this event is kind of starting to happen here. I think looking forward, together we can focus our efforts on other issues like the right to repair, new technician development programs, and the road to great technicians for the entire aftermarket. So,
boy, I don't know about you, G, but he just said a whole bunch right there.
He did. And Rob, I'd like to personally thank you for all that you've been doing during this pandemic.
Oh, thank you. I think it's amazing that everyone worked together like this.
And if after the PAVE training, by the way, January 8th through the 10th, and the URL, the pavetraining.com, is on the screen. We're going to have prices a little later. Who should attend? It's going to be a great half-hour event for you. Please stick around. If you're East Coast time and you're on lunch, thanks for joining us. This is a great TV show to be watching for lunch, and we hope to motivate you to the next and new level of what this training event and what it took to pull this thing off. And Rob, great advice. What's next? What's after that? And there are so many issues that are facing our industry. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Rob.
Now let's go to Matt. We got to find Matt here in the board. There's Matt. Matt, Lako. I'm sorry, Matt. I goofed it up, man. What is it?
Lalasher.
Lasher.
Easy for you to say, Matt.
I so
My French
apologize.
grandmother is very angry.
I so apologize. So, hey, why PAVE?
Well, I think Rob was just touching upon one of the main points is 2020 obviously has been hard on all of us. And it's been hard in the industry to have this first class continuing education that we've all come used to, that the members, as an East Coast representative, I represent the New England Association, we're used to being able to attend events for some of the best trainers in the entire country, and not having that and having to go kind of your own way in different areas has left it fractured. And bringing 14 different organizations together to use their expertise, their knowledge, their contacts, it really allows for the industry to get high quality training, but stay united or become more united. As the reference to right to repair is a perfect example. This industry and the rolling computers that we call cars are a lot different from, your grandfather or even your father's vehicle. And it's not just about the training. It's about getting into this virtual event, this premier virtual event, and then working out into the breakout rooms and doing the networking that you normally would get, in those relationships and the building that you get and the understanding about people's point of views and learning different pieces to not only be better at repairing a vehicle, but being able to support the industry and all the other things we need to unite behind.
What great advice. And please, let's all take that to heart. Matt is with NASERA, as he said, the New England Service Station and Auto Repair Association. Glad to have New England represented here.
Yeah, I mean, it's not snowing right now. We'll leave that for everybody in the upper Midwest. So we're happy. And it's something, being locked in for 2 or 3 months is something we're used to in New England. But for 10, 12 months, this hasn't been the best. So this is a welcome opportunity for us up here and for everybody across the country.
Are we going to have a great showing from New England?
That's the game plan. We're competitive up here. We're the area of champions, right? We don't like to lose at anything, so we want to have the most people.
Matt, be careful. I'm from Buffalo, so don't talk too much about those that football team you have.
They don't have Brady anymore, so there's.
This might be your year, Cam. This might be your year.
9-2. We're so glad to have you here. Thanks so much, Matt. Appreciate you being here. Now, someone that I think we all know so well. How about Mr. Mark Warren? Mark, how are you?
Welcome. Good morning. I'm good. How about yourself?
Hey, I'm great. Thank you. There are so many trainers involved in this. Can you give us an overview?
Okay. Well, first I'm going to start with an apology because we've got 41 stellar classes and top trainers. I can't list them all. So you guys that I didn't list, I apologize to you. For those of you that want to see the complete list, please go to the website and take a look at that. First, I'd like to talk about, we've got a number of different tracks here. For management side, I've got a service writer / sales track. I've got a shop owner track. I've got a marketing track. For the mechanical and diagnostics guys, I've got a mechanical and diagnostics track. We've got a collision track where we'll have something in every one of the 5 sessions, a collision, and we'll have one stellar transmission class. So with that, let me give you a quick highlight of some of these instructors. We've got the Pressure is On with Bernie Thompson, VW Audi Body Electronics with Chris Martino from Opus, Push Button Ignition from John Thornton, Figuring Out Fuel Trim from Scott Manna, Modern Diagnostic Routines, Cylinder Pressure Analysis from Cliff Schinkel and Adam Robertson, Diagnosing Difficult Deposits and Drivability Concerns. That is a stellar class everybody should take. Gary Smith, Ford EcoBoost Platforms from CTI. That's Blake Cassidy and Glenn Young. I've taken that class a number of times, learned a great deal. Circuit Color Coding from the all-famous George Minshew. On the diesel side, we've got 6.7 liter Cummins Operation and Diagnostics, Andrew Gibson and Brent Duffel from CTI. Service writer side, we've got Green Light, the sales process, Jeremy O'Neill, Advisor Mistakes and How to Avoid Them, Rick White, seen both of those classes, stellar. Greg Marchand from Advanced Automotive, the Technician Service Advisor Challenge. And then last in the service writer is Relationship Selling, Malin Newton very well known in the industry. On the shop owner management side, I've got diagnosing and repairing your business, Cecil Bullard, better understanding of your numbers, Hunt Demarest. If you haven't seen Hunt, he's a CPA that specializes only in automotive, really specific, great stuff. Is your comfort zone killing you? Advanced Automotive, that's Greg Bunch. Shop Marketing Essentials, know where and how to spend those marketing dollars. Judy Haglund from Colorado, a stellar class. Then Marketing, 10 Proven Marketing Methods, Jimmy Lee. I think a lot of people know Jimmy Lee, stellar stuff. On the collision side, I've got practical application of the iCar portal. That's Jeff Poole and Bud Center. Blueprinting, not your grandfather's estimate. Ron Reichen and Danny Grindenberg. Current and future automotive shop technologies, Chris Coltier, and calibrations, fact versus fiction, Jake Rodenroth and Mike Anderson. And then finally, to wrap the whole thing up, Neil Spegens from ZF on the transmission side will speak on the ZF 8 HP transmission. And if you haven't seen Neil and his stuff, I'd highly recommend it. The biggest challenge you're going to have is we've got 41 classes and you can only pick 5.
Wow.
Well, Mark, what a stellar job, I must say.
It's quite a lineup. Setting these guys up was tough. I don't want to mention any names that we had to eliminate, but we really had to eliminate some really top guys to narrow this thing down. It's an awesome lineup. I'm proud to be associated with all of these instructors.
No doubt. Stellar cast, right, G?
Yeah, very stellar.
Unbelievable. Well, thank you so much, Mark.
Good job, Mark.
Hey, if anyone's out there on social media with us, appreciate Mark. By the way, I know you worked extremely hard pulling this together, so thanks for all your efforts.
It was it's a pleasure. Looking forward to seeing everybody out there. All I got to say is go to the website, get signed up just as soon as possible. Don't be like me and sign up at the last minute.
And that's January 8th to the 10th, 2021. So go to pavetraining.com.
Get out there. It's a bargain.
Excellente. Very good. Hey, we're trying to keep our whole pace going. And by the way, if you're on Facebook or you're on LinkedIn or any of the sites that we are on, please give us a shout out in the comments, and we can see them here in the studio, and we love to put your name up here as you are watching. Want to bring us to John Epstein, ASCCA president and owner of John Service in San Diego. So John, who should be here at the PAVE training?
Good morning, Carm. G.
Morning.
So simple answer is anybody in the automotive industry. To narrow it down a little bit, this is for your shop owners, for your the shop owner partners, your spouse, your children, anybody that's going to be working in the business. This is for collision. It's mechanical, whether it's your specialty shop, you specialize in Toyotas and Hondas or jobs. It's for your service advisors, your management, parts managers, office managers, your customer service specialists, your technicians, whether it's your master tech, your B, C, D techs, your GS, oil change, tire techs, they all are going to find some great stuff here. The parts suppliers and manufacturers, if you have sales representatives that just need to learn a little bit about the automotive industry or new sales techniques, your countermen, your drivers, your phone reps, anyone that's applying customer service, if you want to think outside the box, talk with your chamber groups, with your referral groups, let them know, hey, if you need some, sales training, some customer service training, this is a great place to get it. If you have a marketing person in your business or web design and content, anybody that works in your shop is going to get great benefit from this. So, think outside the box, plug people in. I could go on and on about who should go. Pretty much, like I said at the beginning, anybody in this industry should be at this event.
And John, there's no weather involved. There's no travel involved.
Right.
So no excuses not to come out to PAVE training.
Yep, absolutely. We've got amazing trainers, great topics. There's gonna be a lot of people there. You're gonna get to interact with lots of different people. You definitely don't want to miss this great opportunity.
Wow. You are so right. And You did that in a couple of minutes, John. I'm pretty impressed.
I think
Wow.
he stole my New York stuff. He did it real quick.
Yeah,
There you go.
I love it. Well, thanks so much, John. Appreciate your
Thank you, John.
perspective and all that's going on with ASCCA out in California, and of course, your great friendship and support of PAVE training.
Awesome.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Hey, G, how about you, man? What's going on? What's in it for
Me?
the technicians, man?
Well, TSC is all about technicians. That's what we're all about. We've been providing training for technicians, shop owners, instructors, and others for the past 18 years, Calm. Our goal is to provide information to the industry so they can stay up to date and not evaporate. With the sophisticated vehicles that are on the road, look at all the electric stuff. We just left California there. Well, they're going to put in and implement a full electric vehicle a lot sooner than everyone thinks.
Yeah.
So if we provide them the right training information and people don't evaporate, they stay right up to date. We need training webinars like this PAVE event, seminars and hands-on classes. The problem is we can't do a hands-on class anymore or a seminar that is live because of the pandemic. COVID changed everything for everyone, Calm. It really has. And PAVE is the answer. The list of seminars that you heard my buddy Mark Warren do a great job. He did it pretty well, trying to thank everyone that's coming out. WorldPac, WTI, and CTI have done an excellent job by putting together all of these top instructors in management, in technical, in body. This is going to be the event that technicians, shop owners, body shop people all need to attend so they could diagnose and repair today's vehicles. Because without this, Calm, people are going to be left behind. And I was just reading something on Facebook yesterday by a trainer / mobile tech that can't believe how far people are behind when he goes to their shop. And that's a sad situation. People are far behind because they don't go to training. They don't update. As I just said with John, there's no excuse whatsoever. No weather, no nothing. You could be in your pajamas. Not that we want to see you in your pajamas or in your birthday suit, right? But all they got to do is go to pavetraining.com. And I think it's going to be a great event, and I'm happy to be here.
Excellent. I love your evaporate quote. Will you say that again?
If you don't update, you will evaporate.
I heard G say that a few years ago at one of the big TST big events out in New York, and it stuck with me. So thank you for all that you're doing for PAVE and for being here and being my guest host, man.
Well, thank you, Calm. It's my pleasure. You're the greatest.
Thank you, man. Hey, Ron Turner's with us, ASA, Pennsylvania. Hi, Ron.
Hey, Ron.
How are you?
Nice. And you are going to, we'd love to know what's in it for all the shop owners who are going to attend PAVE.
Okay, so first of all, thanks for having me on your podcast. I had a shop for 30 years. I always look forward to attending events for the training, the trade show, and the networking. PAVE offers all the above. Attending PAVE will help you and your team hone your skills so you can service the new technologies that are showing up in your bays. PAVE is offering technical management training that is needed to be sure you can meet your customers' needs. That's important. Shop owners can attend training together with techs, share ideas as they're training. Then, then put a plan together in your shop how you can implement new systems. Apply what you learn, revisit the training with employees for up to 6 weeks after the event. This is a great benefit. Apply what you've learned, revisit the training with your employees 6 weeks after the event is a definite benefit. You'll also be able to communicate one-on-one with vendors, find out about their latest and greatest products, and show specials. There's also a great opportunity for shops that have never attended an event like PAVE to see the benefits and then plan to attend your next event, be it a live local event, virtual event, or a hybrid event. Thank you.
I can't believe
Ron,
it, G.
You said a mouthful.
He did it in time too. Ron, you get the bonus that we'll send
Okay.
you 10. We'll send you a cup of coffee.
Great job, Ron.
Really,
Sure.
thank you so much. Appreciate it. What you nailed it, and there's no doubt that we need to pay attention to this. Every shop owner, and as I said in the past here with one of our graphics, let me re-put that up here. If my mouse will pay attention, owners, technician, managers, service advisors, collision, every aftermarket professional. And as you can see, the way the prices are up here on the screen, the 3-day event is extremely affordable. So thank you so much,
Something
Ron,
else,
for your
Torm, real quick, though, for $6 a class, a seminar, you could attend 40 seminars within 6 weeks. That's a big thing.
That is. And there's handouts with all of them so that they can go back and review it. And 6 weeks is a long time.
Thank you,
Ron.
Hey, thanks so much. I appreciate it, Ron. Let's go over to Matt. There's Matt Doer. Hey, Matt, Executive Director, ASA Ohio. Look at PAVE. Matt is so important for independent collision shop owners and their staffs. Why should they be there?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. You both look great today.
What a good liar.
I will also tell you, I'd like to say one other thing. The organizations that I'm working with right now, it's been such a pleasure. They are just awesome people and really, really smart. So a big shout out to all the organizations. The collision shop industry changing warp speed. Oh my gosh, it's going crazy out there right now. And if you're not educating yourself right now, you're going to be left behind. And as G said, you're going to evaporate. The exact same thing. The cars today are so complex, and putting them back together is very, very important to not only the consumer, but also the shop. The shop carries a lot of liability when putting these cars back together. And with the onset of ADAS, the onset of lawsuits that are happening in our industry right now, the onset of the equipment you need right now to be in this business is becoming very, very expensive. And if you're not educating yourself on the different facets of the changes that are happening, you will be left behind and you will not survive. Add in the pandemic, and you're going to be in big trouble. I think we've put together a great track of trainers for collision. And with the top trainers in the industry, with Mike Anderson, Kristen Felder, we got guys from DEG, they're going to help you. It's just an awesome set of training. So, it's going to be incredible. Really excited.
Thanks for doing
good.
this, Matt. Gee, any concerns or questions on the whole collision side here?
No, I know the collision side. He has some great speakers there. Anderson, I've seen multiple times. He's very good. And with the advent of aluminum frames and all different welding techniques and ADAS, you're talking about lawsuits. You're right. People need to get this information. If they don't get it, Matt knows it better than I, there will be issues.
Yeah, we already know there's been big issues, and there will be more coming.
Hey, Matt, thanks for your insights.
Thanks,
appreciate your support and for being on this great PAVE broadcast.
Yeah, go to pavetraining.com. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Nicely done. Dave Hines. Hello, Dave, incoming president of ASA Illinois.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Hey, man, he's a shop owner, Master Tech Auto Repair, Algonquin, Illinois. So, Dave, why is PAVE's cost-effective training such a great benefit to our members?
Well, here at ASA of Illinois, we like to talk value. We like to take value a lot. So we poll our members to find out what they really need. And training is always up at one of the top of the list there. So, we have our regular tech training. We have our leadership summit training. We currently have a HOT training, which stands for hands-on technical training, which we're really proud of. It's been a big hit for us. But good old 2020 here has put a shutdown to everything. And so, that can't stress enough how important this event is, because this is a first of its kind. It's huge. It's really opening up the door to a lot of stuff that really helps us get our value back out to our members and show, that we're really in this to try to make stuff happen. And it's just incredible to be a part of this. I'd like to say that currently, it's amazing that with if you're a member of one of the 14 participating organizations of this, your cost is just $249 a membership. I mean, that's really crazy when we think about the cost of training. It really is. And to think that, with this rock star lineup of trainers, I mean, it's just amazing what's going to be available to everybody. And it's set up to the where, the best part of this is you got 6 weeks to take advantage of all that you want. And these are ASE certified, and for the management, they're AMI, set up so that you get credentials for that. So, I mean, and when you do the math, I think this was said earlier, if you were to try to take them all, it's $6 a class. I mean, that's just mind blowing to me. I think it's safe to say everybody wants the world to go back to normal, and we're hoping for that for as quick as possible. But this is turning out to be such a cool thing that this may very well be something of the future, the way this is going. I mean, like you said, we could be in our birthday suit. It doesn't matter. You could do this on your own time, and the access to the trainers is just amazing. We've always said that the power of working together, and boy, if this isn't a perfect example of this, I don't know what is.
Very well said. And working together is really what PAVE's all about. It really is. And it's helpful that techs can go back and review information. They get the handout that they can download and once again, see stuff for 6 weeks. That's a biggie. Super big.
It's huge. Unbelievable. And with all the certification that goes with it, unbelievable. $249.
Gee, that's a great point to bring up. That you can see the class. Is it only the one you signed up for, or would it be the whole catalog?
Be the whole catalog. You can view all of it and download every single handout.
What a benefit. So six weeks of residual training if you didn't pay attention or you wanted to go and look at something or get a handout that you missed. I mean, that's powerful. I mean, that's worth the price of admission right there.
It really is.
Absolutely.
Hey, Dave, thanks so much for being
Thank
here.
you, guys.
Appreciate
Thank you
your
very much.
insight and all your contributions to PAVE. Let's add Jeff Lovell. Hey, Jeff, how are you, man?
Yeah, guys. It's afternoon for you guys, but it's morning.
Yeah, it is afternoon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jeff is the executive director, ASA Northwest, and the PAVE event chairman.
Well, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
So the importance of sponsorships, Jeff.
Our sponsors this year for PAVE has been outstanding. The companies that have stepped up to help us, we wouldn't be able to do this without their support. And our sponsors are going to be our founding sponsors for PAVE. They'll always be known as the founding sponsors of PAVE because this is the first one and this won't be the last. We plan on continuing this. Making it an annual event, if possible. Working with all the organizations has just been great. And, CTI and WTI are powering this, and they've really stepped up. We worked with them in August on another event and just had, learned a lot from them, and they learned a lot from us. So, but I'd really like to thank our platinum sponsor, Napa Auto Parts, our diamond sponsors, which is Bolt-On Technology, Dorman Products, Space Pay, Kukui Corporation, Opus IBS. Our gold sponsors are Broadly, Cintas Corporation, Hub International Insurance, Shopware. Our silver sponsors are AutoZone, Wasco, and Wrenchway. Our bronze sponsors are Benefits Solutions Northwest and Interstate Battery. Our training sponsors are ASE Wave, AutoTexme, Aztec, ATI, Collision Advice, Collision Hub, CTI, WTI, DEG, Diagnostic Network, ESI, Haas Performance Consulting, Hunter Engineering, iCar, James Hamlin and Company, Kukui Corporation, Opus IBS, Vehicle Information Service, and AZ Transmission. So you can see from the lineup of all the sponsors that we have, there's a lot of people involved in this program.
And we thank all those sponsors for helping keeping the price down and making it affordable to all that want to attend.
Exactly. We could not do this without them. I've always told them, that if without their support, we would not be able to do what we do for the industry. So as an association, we need their support, as all of our organizations do. And for these companies to step up and to help us out with the first program, our founding sponsors. I'm so happy to have them.
Well, thank you for all your hard work, and Brenda as well. I want to give her
Brenda's a
another shout out.
superstar, isn't she?
Superstar, really is.
Yeah, we've been working together for about 17 years, I think. So yeah,
you're a lucky man.
Absolutely.
Imagine what it takes to pull off an event like PAVE and keep your full-time job. For every volunteer that's been involved in this. Yeah, I wasn't doing anything. I was just sitting in the corner, just playing jacks. I think I'll invest in PAVE. I mean, I know it's above and beyond the call of duty for everyone, Jeff. So, thanks so much for leading this.
Thank you.
You're welcome, and it's been a pleasure.
Thanks so much, Jeff. Hey, who's next? Margaret Reagan. Hey, Margaret.
Good
morning, Carm. Hi, G. Good morning.
Margaret.
Thanks for having me on the program.
The outreach coordinator at NATA, the Northwest Automotive Trades Association.
Right.
Good to have you.
Thank you.
Let's not forget where our workforce comes from, right?
Right. It's kind of my soapbox. It's about our schools and about our automotive programs. And I ask people, do you know where your local automotive shop is? I talk to our members. And if they don't know, I wonder why. Because, it used to be, we get calls all the time. People are always looking for technicians. You can't get blood out of a turnip. We don't have enough technicians. And if you have a local automotive program, you need to know about it. You need to be there to help support them. 10 years ago, a shop owner would say, I don't need a new tech. I don't have time to train them. And now they're saying, send me somebody who wants to learn and can work hard. And we're desperate for these people. So what I want to say to these shops and all these people participating at this event is that if you don't know where the program is closest to you, you need to find out. And then you need to support them either financially or you need to get more interest in your program. So what I would suggest is donate a car to the programs, speak at a career day, offer a virtual tour of your business, offer an internship or cooperative education work experience. It's very hard for these schools to go out and beat the bushes trying to find somebody who's willing to take a student in. Call up your program and ask them. Offer a job shadow, offer a group tour, and biggest one of all is become a member of an advisory board. Almost all these schools have an advisory board. They need advice from us. And by sitting on this board, we also have the inside scoop on who the stellar stars are coming out of these programs. And they're going to know about you as well. And our educators as well need to stay up to date with technology. And these schools are so strapped for money. They need help. So if you have $250, you could sponsor a teacher to go to the program. Call up your local teacher and say, would you be interested? We'll sponsor you. And $250 is a cheap investment for an educator to stay up to it. And since ASE is giving credit for these classes, that makes it even more qualified, more appealing to these instructors because their schools won't pay for a program that's not going to gain them any credentials. So I'm really hoping that we'll reach out and support our educators and get them to these classes as well, support our programs, and support the source of our local skilled labor force. We need these kids coming out of these programs. We desperately need them.
Margaret, what great information. I sit on an advisory board for BOCES, our high school automotive program here.
Right.
And it's important to get these young people in. You hit the nail on the head because as a shop owner, I can tell you, a few years back, you were just looking for a tech. Right. Now you're looking for a body, someone that wants to learn.
Exactly.
Very
and these
important.
students need to know that this is a very viable career path. And I think our biggest untapped resource is women, because we make great technicians, fantastic technicians, but they're so intimidated. So there's a lot of outreach that we need to do to the schools to get these students to understand that 4-year college degree is great, but a 2-year technical program is going to get you a great career too. And we need you.
Yes. And females are very detailed oriented.
They
Having
are.
worked with them, I much prefer to work with a female.
Well, and you know what? These little hands can get in a lot of places the big ones can't.
Now that's true.
I've been the special tool, and I know it helps to have small hands. So
very true.
Margaret, great stuff. Gee, I'm on an advisory board of post-secondary school, and Margaret, this is a challenge for the entire industry, and everyone's who's going to watch this, and we can start getting this show and this thought out, even if it's just in social media, that is to sponsor a teacher into the PAVE program for like you say, $250. That's the biggest challenge that we could give in this industry, so that the independents need to embrace at a higher level both secondary and post-secondary education, because I think all of you know the dealers kind of own a lot of that. You see?
Well, they sponsor the programs, and
Yeah,
the
they
students
do.
are already employed by them. So the independents really need to step up their game, and we need to get into these schools, and we need to help them out. We need to get these kids to come to us.
Great challenge.
Thank you so much, Margaret.
Yeah,
thanks, G. Thanks, Carm. Appreciate the effort.
Yeah, same here. Same here. Who's next? Robert Gruner Jr., Auto Techtronics, Katy, Texas, the ASA Texas president. Hello, Robert.
Hey, Robert. How you doing, Carm?
Good to have you here. Why keeping current automotive technology can guarantee you a job in the future. So how does it connect with PAVE?
Well, I mean, getting training, no matter a long time ago when I was trying to decide what I wanted to do in life, I decided no matter what happens, there's always going to be some form of personal transportation. And that's no matter if it's internal combustion, electric, kryptonite, whatever it's going to run on, it's got to have a suspension system, a braking system, a steering system, climate control. So if you stay up to date, you're always going to have a job. And especially nowadays, it's so hard to find technicians that, you can almost, name your price where you go. But the other thing people need to understand is, like G was saying, the guy was talking about how the mobile mechanic was shocked at how far behind some of these shops are. I mean, I hear technicians always say they don't get paid enough. Well, if you want to get paid like a professional, you got to look like a professional. You got to sound like a professional. You can't go in there and don't know the basics of electricity. So, and plus going to training like this, a lot of my guys don't want to go to training because they always say, well, I'll just go to YouTube, and while YouTube is great, it's just another tool in the toolbox. It's not the answer. And I mean, the PAVE training is something that has to happen nowadays, just because, the whole environment we're in, you can't just stop training. You have to keep up, because I mean, things change so fast. I remember a long time ago when I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I went into automotive, went out, was only out for like 3 months, got back in. I was like, wow, I'm rusty just in 3 months. So when you don't train constantly, you get rusty fast. So it's definitely a benefit to have some kind of training, whether it's PAVE or in person, but you have to stay up to date. The technology changes too fast, and it's the only way you can keep up to date on it.
Yeah, if you don't use it, you're going to lose it.
Oh yeah,
right?
definitely.
And it's just amazing how fast things are moving.
Yeah. Oh, especially now. I can remember when I first started, it was carburetors. And then it went to computer controlled carburetors. I'm like, oh my God, what's next? And now look where we're at, Yeah. So the other thing I want to do is I'd like to give a shout out to Jen Redenberg, our outgoing Texas executive director. She created that PAVE logo, and I thought she did an awesome job with it.
Excellent.
Great. We know the person who did that. That's great, yeah. Robert. Thank you. Thank you
Robert.
so much for being here. Great words of wisdom. I appreciate that. And let's go over to Mary Steele. Hello, Mary.
Good afternoon,
gentlemen. Hi, Carm. Hi, G. How are you guys today?
Hey, we are great. Mary Steele, ASA Florida. So why does the industry need this united association front, Mary?
Well, everyone here today said it absolutely perfect, but I'm going to top it off with, we wanted to come together, and we needed to come together to show everybody that no matter where we live or what area we all serve the automotive industry. We learn together, we grow together, and with this event coming together to bring you this united front of trainers, vendors, and everyone in between, I can't even put into words. We wanted to bring people that wrote the book, not just the people who read the book. So all of us coming together was completely needed at this time because of COVID, because we can't do live training, because all of these associations being separate as they stand, we do serve one person, the shop owner. That's what it comes down to. We serve the shop owner. And you guys know, you talk to technicians all day long. If we're not getting all the way down to them, and if we're not showing them what we do together, and that's what we're doing with PAVE, we're showing them that whether it's ASCCA, whether it's ASA, whether it's NETRA, no matter what it is, we're doing it together. So we needed to
Very good words of
and
wisdom,
showing
Mary.
them. And if you don't belong to an association, if you don't belong to an association in your area, you should support that, because they truly have your back. No matter where you live, whether it's in the Northeast, whether it's in California, whether it's here down in Florida or in Texas, we have your back. And we're showing you with this event that as an industry, we have your back.
And there's power in numbers, and
There's absolutely
associations, or with it, it's all about belonging to a group. Very important.
Yes.
Thanks so much, Mary. Great words. The power and the value of associations, really well said. And I think you put a great bow on this wonderful event that we've just held here.
Yes, I am so looking forward to it. I can't even put into words the working with these different associations has truly humbled our industry. That we do work together. We live together, we learn together, we grow together.
Well, thank you so much for being here, Mary. Can't tell
Thank you,
you,
guys.
appreciate you taking some time out of your beautiful day. And G, thank you so much for co-hosting here with me, my friend. And I have to tell you, wow, you guys assembled one heck of a great cast to share with the industry this great training event. PAVEtraining.com. It is January 8th through the 10th of next year. There's the calendar. Mark it up. Get signed up. I know a ton of automotive aftermarket professionals that have called me and says, Carm, I signed up everybody in the shop. We can't wait. It's going to be a weekend training event for the company. And I think that's what you need to think about, G, creating and holding an event inside your company. And your last words, my friend?
Well, I agree. I think everyone needs to get out there, sign up for January 8th to the 10th, the PAVE training event at pavetraining.com. And Carm, on behalf of PAVE and TST, I'd like to thank you for allowing us to share our information with your audience.
Oh, no problem, man. Hey, great to have you, my friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.